Yes.
All right, there you go.
All right. So we are so excited to be here with you guys tonight. And so we're going to take just a quick moment, introduce ourselves as some of the leaders on the Harmony Essentials team. There's lots more where we come from, but we just decided to gather tonight to just kind of dive into this juicy information and deliver it to you. So I will start with the quick introduction. Many of you already know me, but if you don't, my name is Kim Overpeck. I am a doTERRA Diamond, and I have been with doTERRA just about 5.5, almost 6 years. I absolutely love this company. I live with my family in the beautiful state of Colorado, in Colorado Springs. And I think this was like my 5th convention, and I absolutely was blown away. And every single year, I can't believe that they keep delivering such amazing product, amazing inspiration. And this is the first year we've come together in this way and shared it. So I'm really excited about that. So that's me. Cynthia, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Cynthia Maloney, and I live just outside of Seattle in the shadow of Mount Rainier, which is one of my favorite places in the world. So I'm really excited to be able to live here. We just moved here about a year ago. And this was my 3rd convention. And like Kim said, it's just one of those really exciting things where you gather together and you just have this energy of all these amazing, talented people. And we get to hear the heart of doTERRA and the way that they deliver all this wonderful information to us. It's just so inspiring, and I look forward to going every year. So I'm very, very thrilled to be sharing this platform with some of our coaches. I think it's going to be great tonight. How about you, Anne?
Hey, so my name is Anne Doherty, and I'm a silver with doTERRA, and I've been with doTERRA for about 5.5 years. Kim and I joined right about the same time and really kind of grew our businesses together. But I live also in Colorado. I live with my boys and my husband. I have got 2 teenage boys, and we live on 5 acres way out in the boonies with a whole bunch of different kind of animals. We've got chickens and goats and sheep and a miniature llama and all kinds of other critters. And so I am, I just love this company, and this company absolutely has changed my life. And it was really, I remember going that first convention that Kim and I went to, and we scrimped and we saved, and we scrimped and we saved, and we literally ate peanut butter and jelly 3 meals a day for what 4 or 5 days, because it was all we could do to get there, and it was so worth it. It absolutely changed everything. It changed everything. And so it's been really cool to watch the evolution of doTERRA and how the systems have changed, and we've grown bigger, but the heart of doTERRA is still the same. So I love convention for that, and really coming back to the center and finding that camaraderie with me and 30,000 other oily people. So that's my favorite part about convention.
And I heard that this year we were a little closer to 40,000. I just saw that on one of the Facebook groups. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that. That's incredible. Did we lose Tanya?
It appears that we may have lost Tanya.
Oh, there she is. She's back.
I'm here.
Hey. Go, Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm Tanya Whitlock. So I'm a platinum with doTERRA, and I've been with doTERRA, I think it'll be 4 years. 4, I don't know, in December. Long time. This was my 3rd convention, and this was my favorite one yet. It was the best one. I don't know if it's because I needed it more, but they really delivered, and I'm really, really excited to not only roll out the new products tonight, but also the other exciting things that are going on with doTERRA. And I'm just honored to be here with these other ladies in this tribe, and we can't wait to share this with you tonight.
Yay, we're excited. Shall we get going, girls?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So Cynthia, if you want to load up our PowerPoint, we'll just dive right in. She's got we have some great slides, and I'm a firm believer that hearing it and seeing it helps it lodge a little bit more. So as she's pulling up that PowerPoint, there we go. We'll just kind of, what we've decided to do tonight is each of us kind of take different parts, so you'll hear different voices at different times. Feel free to post comments or questions. We'll do our best to answer them. But here's the thing. If for some reason, because we're all here, we don't have the ability to answer your question directly, urgently, we will be getting back into the Facebook group afterward and really diving into your questions and making sure that we answer to the very best of our ability. And what we don't know, we will find out for you. So we have a lot of great things to share. So basically, first, guys, we just want to welcome you. We just want to welcome you to this webinar. You know, at these conventions, we find ourselves so blown away at all of the information, the new products, all the inspirational sort of, you know, tidbits that come out, and we all find that we glean different information, and we get so much that when we come back, it's a little bit difficult to share it with people who weren't there, who didn't necessarily feel what we felt and hear what we heard. And so some of it sometimes gets lost in translation when we just create graphics and post them in our Facebook groups. And you guys may have felt that, like, we can post a new product, but there's not the energy behind it. There's not the excitement behind it. So one of the things that we knew, you wouldn't be able to grasp the greatness of it with just a few Facebook posts. So we decided to actually get together and take parts of this that we were the most excited about and share them in this format. So we hope that you like this format. Comment in the comments if you love this format, if you think it's a lot of fun, because we'll start to do a lot more of things like that. So we feel that just even the 4 of us gathering to do this, there was already more synergy and excitement in that. So let me just say this. If you are brand new to oils tonight, don't worry, we're not going to overwhelm you. We know that this is going to be kind of some quick insight into some new products. We're not going to go into all doTERRA's products, and this is not an essential oil class. There's other places for you to get that information. But we know that you're going to get a little feel of the products. You're going to get a little feel of what we call co-impact sourcing, which is incredible. We are going to really give you some insights into our company that we feel are really powerful. And ultimately, we're going to let you know why we're so freaking in love with what we do here. So I want you to consider this kind of a highlight reel. There is no possible way that we could take all of the juiciness and deliver it, because you guys, it took us what, 3 days to get to hear it all, and this was all day into the evening. So we're just going to do this as a highlight reel. And just know that if you find that you're interested in this as a new person and you want to get going and learn more, then reach out to the person that invited you to this webinar and tell them you're dying to hear more information, and they will gladly connect you with that. And even groups around more education and things like that as well that we have with our team. So before we get started and dive in sharing, I do have a very quick disclaimer that I need to give just legally, and I always hate giving this, but I feel like I need to. So, you know, here's the thing, I'm not a doctor. You guys know I'm the farthest thing from a doctor. In fact, none of us on this panel are anywhere near doctors or healthcare practitioners. However, nope. We are moms. And in my opinion, we have decades of collective experience in addressing our family's health in powerful ways. And to me, that makes us experts, because we tend to the mind, body, and spirit of our families, and that does make us experts. So we are going to share from that space tonight, not that we're all that, but we're going to share from what we know and what we have learned as well. So it does need to be said here that our bodies are what heal themselves. Essential oils are just incredible tools that help assist our body to do the miraculous work that they innately already know to do. And so let's see, I just want to make sure that I get all of this in. So please know that we are not claiming in any way that doTERRA will prevent, treat, or cure disease of any kind. But this information is not intended to replace a relationship with your doctor or your medical practitioner. But we do hope that you will find, like we have, that this is a wonderful complementary and even integrative approach to using essential oils in your own journey. And that's what my prayer is. So this is a lot of newness for you guys. This is why I'm so excited. This class, everything we're going to roll out, because we love attending convention every year. You know, we know about the oils, we know about co-impact sourcing, but our great joy comes from being able to share about the new things. And that's really what this webinar is about. Really new vision. That's going to be presented. Our new products are going to be presented. We're going to talk to you a little bit about some new research, some new ideas, new relationships that doTERRA has, new energy, new hope, new excitement. In my opinion, it's like everything new. So that's why this is so exciting. So if you're ready, let's do this. And I know that Cynthia wants to talk with you guys about some of the really exciting things that came up that doTERRA shared as they sort of looked at the year in review. So Cynthia, I'm going to let you share that part.
Yes. Well, I just want to tell you that every year I look forward to this annual report. I don't really call myself a numbers person, but it just gets me really excited because I see these things and it really impresses me that it shows that doTERRA is committed to growth and impact. And so I get all jazzed up when I see the numbers. So I'm just going to kind of run through some things. And as you hear me say the numbers, just imagine these are people being impacted by doTERRA. So that's what I hope to convey through the numbers. So this is pretty extraordinary. We have over 10 million bottles of oils shared, over 1.5 million tubes of Deep Blue Rub. So how about that? 215 million mouths brushed with On Guard toothpaste compared to 1.3 million last year. So just imagine that. That's a whole lot of toothpaste and a whole lot of teeth. Let's see, we've got 45 countries used for sourcing of essential oils, and that really cuts to the heart of doTERRA when it comes to co-impact sourcing and just sourcing the best, the absolute best from around the world. Let's see, we've got 61 million bottles of essential oils in the supply chain. 20,000 jobs were created through co-impact sourcing. That's just this year, people. You guys, by using essential oils, are affecting people around the entire world, and you're improving their lives. So, see why I get like a little emotional about the numbers, because it just is so profound. 89 million rose petals to fill 317 5 ml bottles for the June doTERRA promotion. That was for rose. How about that? That's a whole lot of rose petals. And then 77,000 bottles of Hope Essential Oil. So if you're familiar with our Healing Hands Foundation, that was a partnership with the Hope. If you don't know about it, you want to go check out Healing Hands at doTERRA.com. Let's see, 46 doTERRA Healing Hands partner projects. 46. Like you hear about the big ones, but there's 46 different partnerships with Healing Hands Foundation. We launched a new brand, a new education series called Empowered Life. If you haven't checked that out, it's beautifully done, and you get lots of really great key information from doctors that are involved with doTERRA. Let's see, 2,484 employees in 16 offices globally. Did you know doTERRA had 16 offices? That's pretty exciting too. Rank advancements everywhere. For silver, over 8,000. Gold, 2,500. Platinum, 741. Diamond, 847. Blue diamond, 222. Presidential diamond, over 75. It just rocks. So, and then this is kind of a fun thing since we're on social media right now. Over 115,000 new Instagram followers and nearly 300,000 new Facebook likes. So give it up for Facebook. Go to doTERRA International and check that out and enjoy the posts there. So lots of numbers. I know that it kind of all blends together, but it just means that it's really exciting and that doTERRA is committed to growth because every year it just gets more and more. So imagine next year what the report's going to be. Pretty darn cool. So Anne's going to talk about expansion.
Yes. So doTERRA is literally expanding and doing so in like really, really huge ways. So they're building an office building that is going to be an additional building on their campus that's massive and just simply beautiful. So they're doing an office building, a manufacturing facility expansion, and an additional fulfillment center. So all of this expansion is going to create almost 1,000 jobs in Utah over the next 3 years. So again, impacting people left and right, actual people. This is not, like some, imaginary group this is actual lives being affected. So 1,000 jobs in Utah coming over the next 3 years just from doTERRA corporate. So the 67,000 square foot office building that is coming is going to provide office space to house or to seat, I guess, an additional 400 corporate employees. And one of the coolest parts about this new office building is that doTERRA has plans for a child care center that will serve up to 84 kids a day, which is it's infants and toddlers and young children all the way up to preschool. And they're going to be right in that building where mom and dad are working. So how cool is that? I just think that's so cool. I wish that we could have more companies that followed suit. So in true doTERRA fashion, they are going to provide child care scholarships for their employees based on need and for that child care facility on campus. The office building with the child care center in it is set to be open in fall of 2018. So they're really pushing hard to get that done. As a part of its expansion plans, doTERRA will more than double the size of its current manufacturing facility, bringing its total square footage from nearly 125,000 square feet, which is really quite impressive, to almost 324,000 square feet. So once it's completed in the fall of 2018, the expansion of the manufacturing facility will need an additional 200 employees in order to staff it. The additions to the facility will be built to the highest scientific standards available. So believe it or not, every doTERRA product distilled or sold throughout the world will come through this facility, every single product. So that's going to give doTERRA more opportunities for research and development because it's actually going to be able to put its hands on every single oil that goes through its supply chain national worldwide. So now the new fulfillment center where all of our orders are going to get processed will be a 270,000 square foot facility on 32 acres. Like I live on 5 acres, and so I know how big that is. So I'm thinking 6 times the property that we have is pretty impressive. And it's going to house about 250 new employees. So once it's completed, it's going to serve doTERRA's global customer base and act as the hub to support all doTERRA fulfillment centers throughout the entire world, which I think is pretty stinking cool. So Cynthia, why don't you tell us about the healthcare initiative?
Okay, I'm super excited about this too. So I was thinking the other day how beautiful it is that we can affect people's wellness just by sharing drops of essential oil, because you may or may not be aware of this, but far too many people are sick and suffering. The statistics really are unsettling. And I try not to think about it too much because it's just really sad. So there's an increase of 84% in total spending on prescription drugs since 2003. That's a little heartbreaking. And 49% increase of out-of-pocket healthcare expenditures since 2000. So both of these statistics directly correlate with people who are experiencing extreme challenges. As you can imagine, it's probably you and me. It's the people that we care about. It's our community. But what's really encouraging is instead of watching from a distance, doTERRA is taking an extremely active role in healthcare. So at convention, the company held its first medical symposium for healthcare professionals on essential oils. And I think there were 500. Is that right? Somebody chime in there. Were there 500 medical professionals at that symposium?
I think so.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. I didn't put that on my notes, but it just came to my mind. So that is really amazing because, you know, if you talk to your doctor about essential oils, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. But these are medical professionals that are very excited about implementing essential oils into their practice. So there's a new revolution happening in healthcare, and it's happening right now. And doTERRA wellness advocates are playing a key role by sharing essential oils with the masses. So that's you and me, wellness advocates. It's a beautiful thing. So I am going to post in the comments after our recording is over about the first annual Essential Oil Symposium for medical professionals. So you'll get to see this great highlight of what they did. I think it was the day before convention started, so we got to get part of that. But we're going to move on to new products, so you can get really super excited about those as we are. And Tanya is going to kind of give us a little segue into that.
Yay! This is one of the most exciting parts of convention for me, and that's when the company releases the new products, and they do this every year. And I always wait in anticipation for this moment, and doTERRA always exceeds all of my expectations. And 2017 convention was absolutely no different than any other year. And I was personally really excited to discover that all of the products released this year were all oils. And so the new products that were officially revealed are Copaiba in a 15 milliliter bottle, Siberian Fir in a 15 milliliter, Blue Tansy in 5 milliliter, the doTERRA Jasmine Touch in a 10 milliliter roller, Rose Touch in 10 milliliter roller, and Neroli Touch in 10 milliliter roller. Then we had the On Guard Sanitizing Spray in a 27 milliliter spray bottle, and the exciting Yoga Collection. And these are so exciting. There's 3 5 milliliter bottles of 3 different blends. One is the Align Centering Blend. The Arise Centering Blend is the second one. And the third one is Anchor Steadying Blend. Arise Enlightening Blend. So now we're going to kind of get into the specifics on each product so that you can better understand when and how you will be able to incorporate these oils into your lifestyle. And I just want to start out by saying that the Siberian Fir essential oil is going to replace the white fir essential oil that doTERRA currently offers. But don't be disappointed. I was really disheartened when I first heard that, but don't worry, because Siberian Fir has many benefits that are absolutely essential. And for example, like Siberian Fir has a more prominent chemistry than what you experience currently with white fir. And in addition, research shows that Siberian Fir can positively affect many of your body's systems. So don't get discouraged about it. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail about Siberian Fir now. It's a special oil because unlike white fir, you can use it 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. And that was a surprise to me. If you use it aromatically, you can diffuse it to evoke feelings of relaxation and rest, and inhale it to soothe dry airways. And this time of year, I don't know about you, but it's super dry around here where I'm at in the upper Northwest. So I'm really looking forward to getting that in my next order. Topically, you can apply it to soothe skin irritations and to calm overactive tissues and ease discomfort on your skin. And if you want to use it internally, you can use 1 to 3 drops in a capsule to support your body's systems. 3 top applications for Siberian Fir are to combine it with a citrus oil for surface cleaning, which I love to do. And I currently actually often add white fir to a lot of my cleaning solutions. So this is exciting for me. I'm not going to have to miss that aspect of it. You can use it in combination with rosemary, eucalyptus, cypress, or lime for a clarifying aroma and for respiratory support. So it's a great diffuser oil to use with some of those other oils. And then you can also blend it with tea tree or cedar wood or any of the flower oils to help eliminate blemishes and support healthy skin. So I plan on putting this in my coconut oil face wash. And I always let it just, sit on my skin for a while. And I'm really looking forward to using it for that. So that pretty much covers Siberian Fir. Now that we're into the oils, and I'm so excited to hear her tell us about Blue Tansy.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I love Blue Tansy. Blue Tansy was one of the oils that I was most excited about when they rolled it out, when they rolled out all the new products. We've utilized Blue Tansy in 2 of our proprietary blends for years now. Can you guess which ones? Girls, do you know which one has Blue Tansy in it? We have 2.
Blue.
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue.
And which other one?
Balance.
Yes, 2 of my favorites. Absolutely. So both Deep Blue and Balance have honestly true soothing effects. One physically, obviously Deep Blue has a very physical soothing effect, and one emotionally. Balance is very soothing emotionally. So it's no surprise that Blue Tansy would be in both, right? So blue tansy is actually a chamomile, thus its soothing nature of the oil. This beautiful, beautiful, rich blue oil can be used aromatically to calm your nerves, to center yourself, and honestly to raise you up in those times of self-doubt and low self-esteem. So it smells like unbelievably captivating in the diffuser, and it has almost like a fresh, sweet scent. It's very charming. Blue tansy has also been studied for its effect to help people who struggle with some of those, how shall we say, seasonal irritations, you know, like the sneezing and the watery eyes and all of that junk that happens, especially out here right now as they're harvesting corn and hay and all of that. So if you've ever tried Tri-Ease and not had the effects that you were hoping for, or maybe you have tried Tri-Ease and it works great for you, but you're having a little bit more trouble than you normally do, consider adding some blue tansy to your protocol. I'd probably consider diluting it in a roller bottle, and I'll tell you why in just a minute, and applying it to like your temples, your chest, that kind of thing. So this oil is quite luxurious for the skin as well. It has lovely, lovely clarifying and soothing properties. I would consider adding it to a little bit of cedarwood, some geranium, and of course frankincense, because when in doubt, frankincense, right? And use it as part of your weekly beauty routine. You could even add a drop or two into doTERRA skincare or the body lotion. Because of its soothing properties, you can use it in combination with lemongrass, marjoram, or cinnamon for a warming, soothing tissue application after strenuous activity. You following me there? You could even layer it a little bit under the deep blue if you're really struggling. This oil should only be used aromatically to, sorry, let me back it up. Back it on up. This oil should be used aromatically to uplift the mood and just kind of soothe and calm. And it can be used topically by applying it to the skin. You can soothe skin irritations and to calm irritation and ease discomfort, right? So just a few key points before we move on to the next oil that I want to make sure that we get. So this oil is like blue, like really, really blue. It will turn your skin blue for a short period of time, especially if you apply it neat, okay? The blue color will go away, but it's worth noting that you might not want to just slather it all over your face 5 minutes before you walk out the door, or you could be starring in the next new Smurf movie. So I'd say for that reason, you'll want to dilute it if you're going to apply it topically, simply to decrease the Smurf factor, all right? So I'm super stoked about this oil. You guys, it's amazing. Don't be afraid of it. Get your blue on. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. The next one that we're going to talk about is copaiba, okay? Copaiba, I know that there was a lot of questions about copaiba as it was coming on to the scene. And I know as I started posting about it in my group, I had a lot of people asking questions, and I was like, not entirely sure how to answer these questions just yet. So I did some research, and I just want to tell you guys that this oil truly demonstrates how forward-thinking doTERRA is and ultimately how much they love us. So this is an extremely powerful oil, and I'm really, really excited that doTERRA has added it to our arsenal because of its health benefits. So doTERRA was hearing the strong call for like a CBD oil, and they searched for a way to provide an oil that functions in the endocannabinoid system in a reliable and responsible therapeutic way. They recognize that there's a huge ever-growing body of research on the cannabinoid oils, and that indicates that that research indicates that the health benefits are really profound. So doTERRA's goal was actually to find an essential oil that would work within the endocannabinoid system. Why can't I say that word? And specifically target the CB2 receptors, which reaches the endocrine system which is like the glandular system in your body, and the immune system without affecting the CB1 receptor, which is the one that reaches the brain and the central nervous system. And that CB1 receptor is the one that can elicit the high sensation in other cannabinoid oils like THC, which is found in marijuana. So we're not looking to affect that CB1 receptor, only the CB2 receptor. So we want the therapeutic benefits, but not the high, okay, that comes with reaching that CB1 receptor. So what they found was that CBD oils, which stands for cannabidiol, does not affect the CB1 receptor. So actually, it does not have a profound therapeutic properties, as the oils which they were seeing were high in other properties, which were more therapeutic. So the cannabinoid that we are looking for actually is called beta-caryophyllene. So several of our current single oils have a relatively high level of the beta-caryophyllene contents. And those are like ylang ylang, oregano, juniper, clove, helichrysum, and honestly, the most notable one up to this point has been black pepper. Well, so enter copaiba. So copaiba is actually an oil that has the absolute highest concentration of the beta-caryophyllene of any other oil. So this one really is going to be the most therapeutic and really work within the endocannabinoid system to affect things like your glandular system, your endocrine system, and your immune system, okay? So copaiba is created using a blend of 4 different copaiba trees. The reason that doTERRA blends the resin oil from 4 different copaiba trees is because it actually increases the therapeutic potential, the potency, and the diversity of the potency. So much like when we switched from having a single source of frankincense to having a blend of different frankincense, the reason that we did that is so that it would have a bigger potency and more diversity within its effectiveness. The same reason why they used the same model for blending the copaiba oil. So these, it actually does come from the tree, and it's the resin, and the trees are found in the Amazon region, and they have long been used medicinally by a variety of ancient societies. So this is not something that's new. No big surprise, essential oils are not new, but the copaiba oil has been used for quite some time. So doTERRA specifically sourced copaiba oil because of its ability to help and support several different things. One is liver function, cardiovascular health, to sustain a proper immune response. We're looking at digestive health. We want to support proper neurological function with the copaiba oil, proper respiratory function, for its massive antioxidant properties. You guys, it's huge antioxidants. And this oil can also be used internally. It can be used topically, and it can be used aromatically, okay? So for internal use, doTERRA is suggesting that you use a couple of drops in a capsule, and that can be taken morning and evening. I have actually done a couple of drops just in a little shot glass of water, and just because I figure if you can take a shot of some terrible alcohol, you can take a shot with a couple of drops of the copaiba. It's okay. It's not the worst I've ever done. But it can also be blended with frankincense to help increase your cellular support. You can add a couple of drops in with citrus water, and that actually does make the flavor quite a bit better. Or you can take a couple of drops directly under your tongue. That's how I do my frankincense every morning. You can blend it with peppermint for digestive support at mealtime, and all of those are internal uses. And then topically, they're suggesting that you just apply it directly over the affected area, diluted with fractionated coconut oil, which we like to do that. Sometimes we say diluted with fractionated coconut oil. We really just want to cover that so it doesn't flash off. You can combine it actually with blue tansy, no big surprise, for soothing relief. And it's fantastic on the skin in all kinds of ways. Aromatically, you can breathe it in periodically throughout the day to calm and soothe your emotions, and also to kind of just quiet the mind. I'm going to quiet that neurological activity, right? Sometimes that racing that happens in our minds. It's fantastic for that. I actually, when we go to convention, you get to go into this big giant room where you can sample everything that doTERRA makes. And so we kind of go in, and my husband and I, our favorite thing to do is go, this reminds me of, or this smells like, and to me, it smelled like a very fresh, clean cardboard box. So there you have it. There's my impression of copaiba oil. All right, so let's see. Tanya is going to tell us about neroli.
Hey, before Tanya.
Thanks, Anne.
Hey, Tanya, real quick, before you jump in, do you mind if I say something really fast?
Nope.
I was just going to mention, because there's tons of wonderful comments about the copaiba on our Facebook group right now, and I want to remind everyone that both Siberian fir and copaiba are currently available in your back office. None of these other oils are going to be available till October 2nd, but copaiba and Siberian fir are currently available, and you can go tonight and place your order for those.
Yeah.
In fact, in our group, we're giving away a free copaiba oil for everyone that orders copaiba and or Siberian fir between now and the end of the month. So just be sure and enter that. But not just to toss that in, but I wanted to let them know there's so much excitement about it on the Facebook group right now that or on whatever in the comments, that I wanted to let them know they can go and order that ASAP. So anyway, go Tanya. I didn't mean to interrupt you, love.
No, great. I was going to mention the same thing. Glad you covered it.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Sorry.
so moving on.
Go team.
The other oils that, yeah. So moving on to the other oils that we can't order yet, but we are going to whet your appetite because on October 2nd, these other oils are going to be available. And I am so excited to introduce neroli oil to you tonight. doTERRA's neroli oil is derived from the flower of the bitter orange tree in Brazil. And this oil is one that I've been hoping for quite some time that doTERRA would be able to acquire. In fact, every time somebody posts something on Facebook before new oils are rolled out, they say, what do you think one of the new oils will be? And I always say neroli. And this time I was right. Yay. And I think this is going to become one of my favorite oils, and maybe yours too. So in the touch roller, it's been perfectly diluted so that you're able to experience the benefits right off. You don't have to worry about diluting it. It promotes a positive mood like a lot of citrus oils. Now, this is not from the rind of the citrus. This is from the flower, but it's similar to the citrus oils in that it promotes, it's a mood lifter. So it may help reduce feelings of anxiousness. It soothes your skin and just encourages overall relaxation. What most people don't realize about neroli that I didn't know before doTERRA acquired it is that it helps support a healthy intestinal inflammatory response. So it's another oil ready to go in a touch roller that you can just roll on your abdomen, your belly area if you need some help promoting healthy inflammatory response in your intestinal system. Another thing that's really great about this is it can be used by expectant mothers. And sometimes I get asked questions, is this oil or that oil safe for pregnant women? Well, this one is, and they are encouraged to have this blend on hand due to the healthy inflammatory response that it encourages and promotes during the late stages of pregnancy. In addition, women do and should gravitate towards this blend because it supports that transition that we go through the stages of life, and it improves our hormone concentrations and encourages intimacy. So it's really helpful as we go through the different stages, hormonal stages as women. And then the final benefit of neroli oil is the optimization of cellular health and cell production, which is a really powerful aspect of this oil. So wow, what a powerful oil, right? I'm excited about this and I can't wait to put it on my October 2nd order. So Cynthia is gonna tell us about Jasmine Touch now.
Yes, I'm super excited about this oil. I was absolutely overjoyed when Jasmine Touch was announced because until now, doTERRA's jasmine essential oil was only available for purchase, or actually it wasn't available for purchase at all. You had to earn it as an incentive. So you had to do cool things like teach classes and stuff like that to earn jasmine, which not everybody really enjoys that. But so we kind of hoarded it in our house. I wouldn't let the girls put it on. They could only smell it. So it's kind of a fun thing. So I'm like, no, sorry, you can't put that on. No. At any rate, now we have the touch roller and the girls have used it every day. It's just a beautiful fragrance and it just reminds me of springtime. Walking outside my door, we have a jasmine bush. And so this luxurious oil is part of our regular product line. Hallelujah. It's renowned as the king of flowers. Yeah, woohoo. It smells so amazing. It's renowned as the king of flowers. So jasmine is prized for its delicate white flowers. I don't know if you've ever seen a jasmine bush, but they're just so they emit an aroma for up to 36 hours after being handpicked. That's how potent they are. And extracting jasmine is super labor intensive. It's got to be done first thing in the morning, which, not everybody wants to do. I know I don't. I usually sleep through those hours. But that's when the flowers are most fragrant and they have the highest percentage of components intact. So it's imperative that they're picked at that time. The beauty of jasmine is it provides a myriad of benefits, both aromatically and topically. It evokes feelings of joy, peace, and self-confidence while also promoting a healthy looking and glowing complexion. So it's just beautiful to use on your skin. Oil nourishes and protects your skin and also your scalp. So it helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels. And in addition to its uplifting mood benefits and reducing skin imperfections, massaging jasmine during labor, menstrual cycles, and menopause may offer physiological measures of relaxation. So, this is just a huge oil for women, especially. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? Oh, this is interesting. Due to the substantial number of flowers needed to produce a small amount of oil, jasmine is highly sought after in both the perfume industry and aromatherapy. It has amazing staying power. So the great beauty of that is it's a great choice to put on your skin because of the long-lasting aroma. So that's kind of the gist about jasmine. It's beautiful oil.
Hey, you guys, something's going on with this now.
With the rose touch as well, which Kim is going to talk about. Can you talk to us?
I am, but before I jump into that, I want
difficulties.
Yep, we're having a few technical difficulties that's dragging really, really slow. Am I dragging also?
Nope, okay. You're good.
No.
You can hear me okay? Awesome. Yep, so for the sake of our viewers, just realized we forgot to switch the slide on the last one. So what she was talking about was jasmine, not neroli, but you'll get it. There it is. That's how pretty it is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Yay. Okay, so thank you. And please message me or tell me to stop if for some reason my sound starts to drag because it gets where we can't hear. Like the last sentence that you said, Cynthia, I don't think many of us heard it. So you guys just give me some sort of hand signals if for some reason I cut up on this.
Okay, will do.
So, yes. Can you hear me okay though?
Yep.
Awesome. So
yes.
You guys, I am so unbelievably honored to be able to talk about Rose. To me, this is like talking about royalty. I'm not joking with you. This particular oil holds probably one of the most sacred spots in all of my oil box. And up until now, just like jasmine, it was not for sale. You could not buy it. And in fact, in my 5.5 years in doTERRA, I only earned it one time. Because what Cynthia did not tell you is that, yes, we could earn it for teaching classes, but you had to teach a massive amount of classes and get a massive amount of enrollments. And it was not easy. And so about 4 years ago, I got one, and when they did give it, it was a little tiny 5 ml bottle of Rose. Now, granted, it was not diluted, but I had to make that tiny bottle of rose last for like several years. So you can imagine, just like Cynthia, nobody in my family used it unless we were dying. And I never sampled it. So I never got to share with other people not only the beautiful aroma, although let me say something about the touch. I loved what the rose did. I will talk about it now, what it's going to do for you. But the smell of it was not my favorite. It was really so strong. And you guys, I cannot stop rolling rose all over me in this touch because it is so soft and it doesn't have that super strong smell. And between this and the copaiba and what was it? Oh, the neroli, the rose, and the copaiba, along with a bit of melaleuca, I was able to stop, what do you want to call this?
Fever blister.
Yeah, it's not compliant, but you guys, I stopped that in less than 24 hours, and I was really thrilled with that. And these were not oils I would have ever thought to use for something like this until I had gone to convention and learned a little bit more about its properties. So I just want to tell you, when they rolled this out, I literally felt tears jump into my eyes. I literally got so excited. I was like, yes, Rose, I'm so excited. So I love that they took this precious oil and they made it part of the touch line. I really, really love that because now it's diluted, but it's still so unbelievably potent. And it's so powerful for so many things that I'm going to have to watch my words during my little talk here because I want to be compliant with the FDA, but I am so limited on what I can say about this incredible oil. But anyway, I just want you to know that it's powerful. I'm going to talk about it in a second. So this oil is produced in an incredible way. In fact, that we learned that before the sun even peaks over the horizon in the morning, the workers can be found in the fields harvesting this delicate bloom of the rose. Like it has to be harvested while the dew is still on the rose. Because once the sun comes out, the properties of the rose change dramatically and many of its properties sort of disappear very quickly. So in order to get it at its peak efficacy and really its peak power, it has to be harvested before the sun even comes up in the morning. So it's a very labor-intensive process, and even with all of that intensive sort of early morning work, it has a very low yield. It's a lot like jasmine. It takes a whole lot of flowers to make just a tiny bit. In fact, it takes 1,160 freshly picked rose petals to produce only 1 ounce, which is about 30 milliliters of rose essential oil, you guys. That's an insane amount of roses. One of the reasons I love doTERRA and all of their sustainable sourcing, that's important because they're really working with the flowers, the earth, the soil, they're rotating crops, like they're doing so many things to make sure that we honor the plants and the earth and what it yields for us. So I just wanted to put that in there. So because these petals are really so delicate, this distillation process has to happen the very same day that the flowers are harvested. So they literally have to harvest them and immediately distill them before the properties of the plant go away, before the properties of the flower go away. But from this incredible labor of love, these people just love these roses, comes this essential oil that is like none other, you guys. Not only does it have this very, very recognizable sweet floral aroma, it's beautiful, it's romantic, but this is also a very deep aroma as well. In my opinion, it feels very divine because I'll share with you in a moment why I feel that, but it's real, it's physical, it's emotional, and its spiritual gifts for us are unparalleled in other oils. So I want you to know, if you do any type of like, what do you call it? Like energy work or whatever, those people who understand energy, I want you to know that rose, when measured in megahertz, in terms of its energy, its vibrational frequency, rose is measured as the highest vibrational frequency like substance on the entire planet. So anybody who works with frequencies and energies, you're doing a happy dance right now because you know that this means amazing, amazing things for raising that vibration in the physical body and the spiritual body as well, and what that does to affect overall body health. So I want you to get super stinking excited about this oil. So this means in layman's terms, again, I have to be careful what I say, but it means that whatever shows up for you in your health, in your family's health, no matter how big and scary, or how small or seemingly insignificant, like a fever blister, rose oil is now your new go-to. It is the oil to have everywhere. Literally, I wish I could take off the FDA compliant filter on my words right now. And in this moment, I wish I could just say in absolutely plain and beautiful language exactly what this oil is capable of creating in your body. But for now, you're just going to have to read between the lines of what I'm saying, and you're going to need to start doing your own research and get blown away on your own. I want you to start using it every day, literally on every person in your family for everything. I'm not kidding about that. So a few of the things that I can tell you about rose oil are that, number one, it supports a healthy immune response. And when I say that, I mean like, no, really, like amazing immune response, you guys. It's incredible. So the other thing it does is for the skin, it really helps balance the moisture levels that are in the skin. And it does all things wonderful for the skin. A brief Google history search will tell you what neroli and jasmine and rose have been for centuries and millenniums, for queens and such. So this is something that's really, really amazing for the skin. So not only does it feel great and moisturize, it also really reduces all of the sort of skin imperfections that we can get, any sorts of aging, all of those things. It promotes very even, healthy skin, all the tones, all the things in the skin. It's wonderful. So today I'm not going to go into the chemistry. That could be a whole other thing. But let me just say this, that the concentrations of the chemical constituents that are contained, in rose, called alkanes, are 25 to 35% compared to most of other oils, even our oils, that contain these life-changing chemical compounds that are normally about 1%. So almost all other oils, when they do have an alkane percentage that's really healthy in the body, it's generally only about 1%. The fact that you have rose that just shoots up and is at 25 to 30% of this particular life-changing chemical constituent is nothing less than life-changing, let me just tell you. So there's several ways that you're going to be able to incorporate rose into your everyday life, and that's going to be one of my favorites, and I said it already with my little fever blister, and that was to combine rose and neroli. The two of them together, you guys, are like heaven. They are absolutely amazing. So not only are they incredibly supportive of the body and healing itself, like I said that, it's also going to stimulate massive, feelings of just unbelievable bliss, happiness, contentment, especially in childbirth, because these are perfectly and beautifully important and safe in childbirth. Not just safe, they're really intensely beneficial in childbirth, and pregnancy as well. So if you want that happiness and contentment and all of those feelings around the birthing process, make sure that you really recommend. This would be a beautiful, beautiful gift at a baby shower for a mother, because they also smell so heavenly, and they roll on so beautifully. I just kind of kept wanting to roll it all over my body. So it really does help the body also release the desire for pain medication, which is really big in today's statistics. One of you guys, I think it was Cynthia, talked about, the rise in medical and prescription drugs and all that. And this is really close to my heart, because this actually helps us release our need and our desire for that, which I absolutely love. So research also shows that rose oil supports a healthy and rejuvenated nervous system. So if you have any sort of nerve challenges, nerve issues, this is a phenomenal oil for that. Or if you've ever had someone who struggles with nerve damage in their body, the types of discomfort that they're in, and it's discomfort's like a minor word. It's not even a big enough word for it. So I encourage you and invite you to apply rose oil in the morning, at noon, at night, like keep it with you. It's going to help promote healthy brain activity in children, which is really important. It's not one that's going to be offensive. So if you've ever sent your child to school with, say, maybe in tune or some of the rosemary or something where, you know, the teachers, vetiver, where maybe their teachers are like, oh, we don't allow essential oils here. So stick some rose on them. Nobody's going to complain about that. In fact, they're probably going to love that, and it will really help promote that healthy brain function in your children. Not to mention what I said earlier, just that overall high vibration, immune boosting magic that's going to happen with this oil, and just that overall emotional support that our children and we need. So send your spouse to the office with it. Send your kids to school with it. Keep it with you in the car. Like use it, and use it again. I cannot stress that enough. Its unique chemistry, sort of similar to the one that I think it was the neroli that Cynthia just said. It's kind of got like a wax-like substance, and this particular chemistry allows there to be massive staying power all day. A lot of oils that we put on flash off, so we'll put them on, they smell great, and then they're gone. Citrus oils are that way. So one of the things I love about this is that where other oils might evaporate quickly, this one feels like this sort of like warm hug all day long. You guys will absolutely love it. If you're somebody who works with chakras, rose can balance all the energy centers in the body at once. It's really powerful. It also can be combined with other oils for this use as well, if you have other grounding oils and things like that you love. So if you desire to feel radiant and connected and intimate and just alive, you're absolutely going to love rose. And let me just say on a side note, back to the medical piece, if you have ever read the life-changing research of Nicole Parrish, Google her, P-A-R-I-S-H. She has some powerful research for some pretty major issues that I cannot mention by name here on this webinar, but her research in aligning rose oil as a powerful tool in the medical research for that particular issue, massive health issue that affects all of us, is incredible. So please Google her, please realize it, and you will be buying these Rose Touch oils by the bucket loads, I assure you. So please don't put rose on your someday list. Like someday I'll get that on my loyalty rewards, someday I'll order that. I invite you, please, please buy it the minute it is available and keep them in your home. Keep several of them, and don't put them on a shelf like for special occasions like I did for several years. You know, I was coveting my little, you know, I was like protecting it with my life, and we never really used it for its benefits. Now it's affordable. They've diluted it, made it affordable, and it's really incredible. So please just use it every day. And if nothing else, simply start your day by just anointing your own head with it. Use it in yoga, in prayer, and just in life, you guys. Put it on any time that you feel off in any way, and most especially before you drift off to sleep or your children drift off to sleep. Your life will be changed, I promise you. So I could take all day long on rose, but I'm not. I've already taken way too much time, but can you tell that I'm crazy and crazy excited about rose? I like want to go get some right now. Love, love, love rose. So I'm super excited that I get to keep talking because now I'm going to introduce you to my yoga collection. I'm so excited, you guys. They rolled this out in the most sacred, beautiful way ever. Elena Brower is a presidential diamond. She's a beautiful yoga teacher. They had this gorgeous video. We'll try to find it and post it in the comments for you. It just made you want these oils in such a huge way. But for me, this is a very personal set of oils, and I'm honored again to be able to share this with you, because even if you don't do yoga, which I recommend that you start, and if you join in, we're doing a group cleanse, 30-day cleanse starting October 1st, and with that is going to be a 30-day yoga practice. I highly recommend that you get these 3 oils along with your cleanse products, because we are going to ease ourselves into a gentle yoga practice for 30 days, and I think it's going to be incredible. But this is personal to me because in convention, we had a keynote speaker, and his name was Dan Nevins. He was a war veteran who had lost his legs in battle, and his story was incredibly, incredibly powerful. And he kind of shares how he spiraled down, how he lost his will to live. And then, you know, one of his friends literally like coerced him into trying some yoga, which he first hated, or he thought he hated. And she's like, please just give me 3 chances, give me 3 classes. And then if you hate it, you can be done. Well, after 3, he was completely hooked because his transformation and his healing that started through really finding himself on that mat was powerful. And it took place through practicing and now teaching yoga, not only for himself, but now for others. And this whole sort of mind, body, spirit healing that all of us so desperately need. And for me personally, as a wife of a veteran, retired police officer, retired firefighter, my husband was a rescue worker. These oils and their benefits have touched a very, very deep place for me. And I know they're going to be changing the lives of so many people. So it's with super great joy that I introduce you to this collection. This box, you guys, the presentation, it's like this little magnetic box that opens. It's gorgeous. It's sacred. It's like opening a treasure box of something magical. In fact, even the oils have sparkly labels. They're different than any of our other oils. The labels even look differently. I just can't get enough of them. And there's a beautiful quote on the box. It makes a gorgeous gift. It's absolutely incredible. So the 3 of them are Align, Anchor, and Arise. You can see here they come in 5 ml bottles. I'm already about halfway through my bottles, and I've only had them like 2 weeks. But I use them in the bath. I use them in yoga. I use them all the time. I am so stinking in love with these oils. So I will start talking. I'm just going to break them apart and talk individually as quickly as I can so we don't keep taking too much time. But I want you to really get the feel for what these are. So if we go over, we go over. Anchor is where you begin. Okay, Anchor is the first one you're going to use, especially if you're using it in a yoga practice or in some sort of meditation or prayer or whatever. Anchor is where you always are going to begin. It's your steadying blend, right? This is going to help you support feelings of completeness. It's perfect for the root chakra. It gives us a sense of groundedness, and it contains, get this, I mean, just if I could like have smell-o-vision here, lavender, cedar wood, frankincense, cinnamon, sandalwood, black pepper, and patchouli. You guys, it is amazing. This will become your absolute new favorite grounding oil ever. And if you just desire sort of more steadiness and groundedness in your practice of yoga or just in life, this oil will absolutely delight you. So this is Anchor. Now I'm going to talk about Align. All right. Align is an oil that fosters, let's see, do we have a slide for Align? Does it want to pop up? That one's Arise. Let's go back to Align. There we go. There it is. You guys see the sparkly label on the bottle? It's just almost luminescent. Align fosters self-acceptance, you guys. It is a deep trust in yourself and others and in life and in the divine that holds you in this life. It encourages flow and harmony and calm progress through life while helping you release perfection. Yes, please. Yes, please. I need to release lots of perfection. This blend contains, get this, bergamot and coriander and marjoram and peppermint and geranium and basil and rose and jasmine. You guys, our 2 major gorgeous, pricey, divine oils are in the Align blend. So for me, I won't get into this. I will be teaching just a class on these 3 oils. I promise you I can't get enough of them, and I want to dive deeper into the juiciness, the emotional space that they help. But just now, realize if you need alignment with yourself, alignment with your purpose, alignment with the divine, this is your oil. And sometimes we need that alignment. We're so just off doing our own thing and we feel scattered. That's because we're not in alignment. So reach for the Align blend, beautifully named. All right, the next one is Arise. This is a delightful, soft.
We're losing you, Kim.
Are you losing me? What do I do? Can you still hear me or not really? Do I need to do something?
I can.
Okay. All right, so Arise is a delightful, it's soft,
We still
you guys.
can't hear you.
Okay, Tanya can't,
I
but
can hear you fine.
Cynthia can and Ann can. So maybe Tanya, maybe it's yours. I'm not sure. Reagan said she can hear me too. So if you guys can't, stop me. I don't want to keep talking, but I'll keep going. So Arise is almost this citrusy. It's almost citrusy, you guys. It would be called the enlightening blend. Yes, we all can use some enlightenment. let me just tell you that it is impossible not to sigh and smile when you smell this oil. And I'm not joking. And you guys know, like, all the oils are always my favorite oils. This, you guys, like, I had to just stop the yoga. I had to stop the yoga practice the other day. Like, I just got to stop and smell this oil and connect back in. This is so beautiful. It fosters a deep, deep, abiding happiness. It fosters spiritual clarity. And this is really important for me. And it really helps offer the courage that your soul needs to live your best life. It encourages rising to achieve a goal and improved performance without perfection. That's a really delicate balance there. And no self-criticism, just this arising to be who you were created to be on this earth. It simply reminds you of your brilliance. Can you see why I'm going to teach a class just on these 3 oils? This particular blend contains lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir, are you loving it? Osmanthus, and Melissa. I love Melissa. I could talk all day on just Melissa. So I love, love, love this oils. You guys, this whole collection is only $52. It's 50 PV at wholesale. Like, can you even get over that? I can't even believe that. I'm going to start looking at the comments here. So add it. If you're joining me on the 30-day cleanse, join me, get your cleanse products, and make sure that you have all 3 of these oils as well. It will be incredible. Oh, we won't have that until the 2nd. But anyway, these are available on the 2nd, so get them right away. So you guys, here's what I'm most excited. This is not a limited time offer like doTERRA does with some really yummy oils. This is a permanent collection. This is not limited time. So far, again, I've been using this every day, even days when I don't do yoga, and there's plenty of those days. I just simply apply it. I stretch, I breathe, I become present with these oils, and I feel into my life. If you feel detached from your life and life is just happening with you kind of like barely participating, then please grab these oils. So I'll say this about this blue diamond. Actually, she was a presidential diamond. Elena Brower, who was this yoga teacher, introduced these oils, and she said, and I put down her quote, "They will enlighten you, and your whole body will be connected to every plant's frequency and purpose." And I love that. She said, "You will feel more trust. You will feel closer to your intuition, your clear-mindedness, and your insight." And this was her blessing as we all stood up and just really like embrace these oils. She said, "May you trust, may you thrive, may you nurture, may you dignify, may you remember, may you respect, may you forgive, and may you connect." So that's the yoga collection, you guys. But again, even if you don't do yoga, use them every day. I recommend diffusing them. You will never be the same. In fact, Cynthia, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about the diffuser. That's exciting news.
Did we lose her?
No, I think she went there. Oh, there she is. There we are.
Yep, I'm here. I think there's just a little bit of lag between the talking and the screen, but we're good.
Good, good.
Okay, super excited. I'm over the moon about this new diffuser. I plugged it in as soon as I got home because it's beautiful. It has a custom design that's influenced by nature, so it's got a maple wood base, and it covers a generous 540 square feet. So that's really stellar. You can put it anywhere in any room, and it's going to just bring this beautiful aroma. And it has a very small footprint, so it's about that big. I don't know if you can tell with that, but it fits on my windowsill, so I love that. I can put it on my nightstand, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So I love that too. It has multiple mist settings and 7 light options. So that's beautiful because you can have rotating lights or you can pick a color. But this diffuser stands out because of its options for misting. So you can choose a 2-hour, a 5-hour, or a 10-hour. And the 10-hour mist will give you 5 minutes on and 5 minutes off. So I just love this diffuser. I think it's just the perfect gift for anyone who's passionate about oils. So I've been using it ever since I got home. And I don't even know who's supposed to talk next. Let's find out. Oh, who's going to talk about On Guard sanitizing gel?
Did we lose Tanya?
I don't know. Is she gone?
I don't see her anymore.
I don't either. She's probably
Do you want
trying
me
to
to
get
talk
back
about
on
it?
right now. She's like hustling. I don't have any notes on Guard hand sanitizer.
I don't
Maybe
either.
someone else does.
Let's skip the
I
one
can.
for Tanya and let her come back to it if she pops back in.
Okay.
Oh, Anne says she has it.
You want to talk about this one, Anne?
Sure. So,
Okay.
On Guard. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like we've got technical difficulties. It's like the gremlins have us tonight or something. Okay, so On Guard sanitizing mist is absolutely a request answered by moms across the world, right?
Yeah.
Woo! So I don't know about you guys, but for those of you guys who have children and you get the supply list at the beginning of every year, and we're supposed to bring in 8 ounces of hand sanitizer to the classroom for each kid, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not happening. We're not doing that. So we have for years been making our own On Guard hand sanitizing spray that we put in a little sprayer, and we send it to school with our kids, and which is fantastic. It's better than the hand sanitizer, but it's not terribly convenient to make it. So I love that doTERRA answered that call and have made this available to us. So it's a 1-pump spray. And as you guys will learn later, when Cynthia talks more about I think it might be Tanya talking about the On Guard study that was done. On Guard has been proven scientifically now to be more effective than Lysol, Clorox, and other similar products than anything else that's on the market. So this is something that you can feel very, very secure and safe in using for your family. So you can use it before, during, and after food preparation. So use it sort of like a waterless soap. If you've ever used that, throw it in your diaper bag, keep it in your car, in the glove box. Like I said, am the mom of 2 boys, and we have lots of animals. So we actually will have the the On Guard sanitizing mist out by the chicken coop and in the shop near the animals, so that we can make sure that when you go to pick up that egg and there's a little bit of chicken poo on that egg, that you can go ahead and sanitize your hands right away. So love the On Guard sanitizing mist. And I just, again, love how doTERRA has answered that call for us. Because they really, really do listen to the desires and the wishes of oil lovers everywhere. So Cynthia, talk to us about doTERRA growth.
Well, I think I see our buddy back on here. I'm wondering if she wants to add anything else on the sanitizing spray. Tanya? Nope. She's not there?
Gone.
I thought she was. So
Hey,
sad.
I'm good.
Okay, well,
Anne
I'll just
did
talk to
awesome.
you.
Thanks. We have a thunderstorm.
Oh,
Everything
well, that
just went
explains
out.
why you disappeared. We've got some funky weather over here too, so hopefully it
Thanks,
just sticks
Anne.
all together.
No worries, sister. I gotcha.
Okay, well, I'll just talk to you about growth. So at doTERRA, we define growth by bringing essential oils from around the world into every home. That is really the definition. Every year when I go to convention, doTERRA talks about reaching to at least 1 bottle of essential oil in every home is their mission and their purpose. So in just this past year, we surpassed 1 million enrollments. So would you say that they're being pretty effective as that particular goal? This is a fantastic indication that our impact is significant and people are longing for natural solutions. So if you are feeling like you need to share something with somebody about an essential oil that you're using, do it, because you know that people are longing for different options. Our global revenue has been an extremely fast trajectory. So it's just been going like madness due to our growth combined with 60 to 70 retention. So 60 to 70% retention each year. So, but here's the most exciting part. We are just getting started. Our international growth has been invigorating. It's just so profound to sit there, and I get goosebumps as I'm sitting in convention and just listening to all these stats. We're committed to improving service levels that shorten delivery times. So doTERRA is opening a Texas, Alaska, and Hawaii distribution centers in 2018. So that's awesome. I saw this really cool slide, and I can't show it to you here. Oh, but I can show you this. So one of the slides that they showed at convention was that they want to ship things more rapidly and have orders received even more quickly than Amazon. So it seems like a lofty goal, but the fact that they're adding distribution centers around the US, they're going to meet it. Yep, woo, woo, woo. So I just wanted to share these highlights with you about company growth, because in less than 10 years, so doTERRA is only 10 years old, and in less than 10 years it's become one of the most powerful and influential companies in the entire health and wellness industry. So I want you to comment below what excites you most about this company growth. One of the things that excites me most is that I know doTERRA is going to be here for a long time. So anything that I have in my home that's doTERRA, I can count on. They're responsibly sourcing products, and they're just partnering with people around the world and partnering with us. And they're going to be here for a long time. So super excited about that. And that just kind of goes back to sourcing and co-impact, which Anne is going to feature. So she can talk to you about that.
Awesome. So this is actually something that's really near and dear to my heart as well. And, you know, in addition to supplying the absolute highest quality essential oils on the market, doTERRA is really committed to making a big positive shift and a big difference in the lives of farmers and harvesters and distillers who contribute their labor and their love to doTERRA's oil production. And these are communities, small communities, many of which are third world countries, or third world communities across the globe, literally across the globe. So with over 100 essential oils in our product line, yep, that's right, we have about 100 essential oils in our product line. doTERRA sources from 40 countries across the world. And like I said, more than half of those could be considered what's called developing or third world countries. So to ensure that these small scale farmers and harvesters in these disadvantaged areas are treated with dignity and treated ethically, a few years ago, doTERRA introduced an initiative called Co-Impact Sourcing. And Co-Impact Sourcing is an initiative that really works to develop long-term, not just like, oh, hey, I'm going to buy from you this season and then next year you're on your own, but really long-term, mutually beneficial supplier partnerships while creating really, truly sustainable jobs in these developing nations where they maybe would only, the households would literally only work for a few months a year. Now we have sustaining year-round jobs and that are paying real wages and providing income to underdeveloped areas for both men and women, which is really, really powerful. doTERRA's heart for women is unbelievably large, and that's one of the things that absolutely just, it makes it well within my soul. doTERRA is really committed to the ethical treatment of its suppliers. So they always provide on-time payments. They always provide fair prices, well above what they were getting for when they were dealing with the middlemen. In fact, middlemen in most situations have been completely erased from the whole supply chain, and we really do work tightly with the growers and the distillers themselves, and so that no one is being taken advantage of. So in fact, we have encouraged these small little harvesters and growers to work together collectively and to form co-ops basically, and share the benefits, the bargaining power while they're farming and distilling, so that they can really get the best experience and the best that there is to have for their work. So that's really important. So doTERRA has top 8 top guiding principles for sourcing, and they are: number 1, to generate jobs. Number 2 is to provide fair and on-time payments. 3 is building supplier capacity, meaning that we have a long-term supply of these oils. Caitlin, in one of the comments in this was, do we think that these oils will run out? And I firmly believe that if doTERRA felt like they did not have a sustainable supply chain and did not have a sustainable supplier capacity, that they would not offer these oils as permanent options. So that really is part of their co-impact sourcing. And then they want to, number 4 is sustaining long-term partnerships. 5 is ensuring fair labor conditions. So we want to make sure that our people are working in good conditions, and that it's not there's no slave labor involved. Everybody's getting paid. Everybody's getting paid well, and that they're being treated with dignity. So we want to promote cooperatives. And then we're also really focused on ensuring environmental stewardship. So making sure that we are taking care of the environment, and that we're not just basically raping the land for the sake of having our oils. That's not at all what this company is about. And then the final one is facilitating community development. So we are building schools, we are building hospitals, we are building orphanages, and we are building trade environments where we actually can support community development within these developing nations. So I'm super proud to be a wellness advocate with a company that always does the right thing for everyone involved. And just to make it even more exciting for you, doTERRA is working on a really cool multi-year longitudinal study between the between the University of Oxford and the co-impact sourcing initiative that's happening in Kenya. And so the point is to measure the impact of our sourcing efforts with the goal of reducing poverty in that country. So I'm super excited to see the outcome of that one. That it really is a life-changing study, and I suspect that we will learn more about it in the future at another convention. So I can't wait to hear about that one. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is actually no, I'm looking at, sorry, go ahead. Tanya is going to talk about revolutionizing healthcare. Sorry, my notes are a little bit off. Go ahead, Tanya.
No worries. Wow, doTERRA's doing some amazing things.
Right.
I have to say that aside from all of the new products being released this year, this next part that I get to talk about was the most exciting part of what they rolled out at the last convention. And we're going to talk about the healthcare revolution that doTERRA is beginning. And I know that when I was introduced to the oils, it was revolutionary, right? But it wasn't something that I could see affecting the healthcare situation in this country. But I'm going to talk about some things that are going on that are exciting. So statistics on the current state of healthcare can easily be obtained with a quick Google search, and those results are less than desirable. From total expenditures, life expectancy, and even people just struggling to have access to the resources they need, this current healthcare system in this country is unfortunately not the answer, and I don't think anybody would probably disagree with that. But the exciting thing is doTERRA has the answer about our current healthcare initiative, and it is absolutely outstanding. And before I share some of the specifics of that, I just want you to become aware of some really interesting statistics about the situation in this country. And I'm just going to run through them real quickly. I'm not going to take a lot of time. The national average for healthcare on an employee level is $13,488 a year, when compared with a doTERRA employee who obviously uses the oils and products, and their total is only $6,604. That's pretty big difference there. Another cool stat that just further proves that using doTERRA products is the perfect way to maintain and improve your health is that when you compare the national average for services used on an employee basis for the year, that number is $8,598, whereas a doTERRA employee is, get this, $3,982. Wow, huge difference. And to make this even
Wow.
more interesting, the national average for using medication on an employee level each year is $2,430, whereas a doTERRA employee only uses $618 a year. That's amazing. And the numbers don't lie. And this is why doTERRA has the answer. Okay, so for the doTERRA healthcare vision, doTERRA's vision is to lower healthcare costs and improve patient outcomes by integrating essential oils into the healthcare system. We will accomplish this feat with the following. Number one, implement a patient-centric clinical healthcare model that utilizes essential oils. Patient-centric, folks, that's a big difference from what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Number two, publish research that proves efficacy and cost savings of essential oils. This is actual research that's going to prove it, that these oils are efficacious, they're effective. And number three, to empower wellness advocates with more opportunity to grow their businesses. And that's huge for us. And number four, to double the doTERRA US customer base by the year 2020. Now, the final piece of information that I'm going to share on doTERRA's healthcare plan is the clinic expansion model. And this is super exciting to me. It's a 4-tier approach that will maximize accessibility for doTERRA's wellness advocates and the general public when it comes to real healthcare. Number one, doTERRA Clinic, owned and operated by doTERRA for wellness advocates, employees, and the public. And doTERRA is currently building the first one on their campus in Salt Lake City right now. Yay!
Yay!
Number two.
Oh, over the moon about this.
I know, right? Number two, partner clinics. This is huge too. There's going to be many locations that doTERRA will oversee around the United States. Number three, affiliate clinics with access to doTERRA research and training. So clinics that will be affiliated with doTERRA and have access to all the research that doTERRA is using about the efficacy of the oils. And number four, I love this one because I'm always wishing I had somebody to call and ask a question to who actually knows the answer. Telehealth, 24/7 access to essential oil trained providers. This one excites me because I can't tell you how many times I have an issue come up and, gosh, Googling can get so just tedious sometimes. There's too many answers and I just want somebody to help me with my particular situation. I just wish I could make a phone call and ask a question to a healthcare provider that's sympathetic to my desire to use natural solutions and maybe even knows about using essential oils in the products that I already have in my home, right? Not send me to the nearest pharmacy. Well, that's what's going to come in the future, and I can't wait for that. And this vision for doTERRA's role in healthcare is so beyond exciting that I cannot wait to watch this come to fruition and participate in spreading the message. And I know a lot of you are going to be excited about that and help with that as well.
Absolutely.
So that kind of rolled that out. I'm going to kind of switch gears. I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to just quickly go through a little bit of science. And yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to also, since I'm providing you a couple additional links, there's a link that I want to share that gives you the opportunity to register for wanting a clinic in our area. So doTERRA is kind of focusing on building clinics where everybody wants them the most. So I'll provide that in the comments once the webinar is over.
That's my kind of popularity.
Yay, I already did that. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so let's get into a little bit of science. So one of the overriding themes at convention this year was science and research. And I am so beyond proud for the company that not only provides exceptional products but also validates everything they bring to the world. And I am sure that we could talk about the research and science for hours. I know I could. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to that stuff. But for the sake of time tonight, we've already gone a little bit over, and of this presentation, I just want to highlight a couple of the key takeaways. So I want to talk just for a minute about the effects of On Guard study that was done. There's a vast amount of research conducted on On Guard, and the results have been extremely positive. And anybody who's attended one of my classes through the years has heard me tell the story of the nurse who conducted an experiment with On Guard on a particular microorganism that propagates primarily within hospitals, but it's also surfaced in the general population in recent years. And I can't mention any names, but it's a 4-letter acronym that begins with an M and ends with an A, and you can fill in the other 2 letters there. And anyway, this story mentions that 1 drop of On Guard inhibited this microorganism for up to 7 days. And it's been my favorite story to tell about On Guard throughout all the years. So I was able to hear this story firsthand from the very nurse that conducted that experiment, and I was thrilled to hear from her. She stated that On Guard showed a 26% increase in zone size over Melaleuca and is overall more effective as well. And another outcome is that increasing the volume of oil did not affect the organism. So just 1 drop of doTERRA On Guard is so super effective, guys. More is not better in all cases. And this particular experiment was cool because a surface where the microorganism was applied and allowed to air dry was sprayed with 3 drops of On Guard in 32 ounces of water and allowed to air dry. Not wiped or anything, just allowed to air dry. And then after 7 days, organisms were not, what? 3, yeah, right.
3 drops.
Yes. After 7 days, organisms were not recovered. They were not recovered from the surface by the normal means of reactivating them. That's so exciting to me. 7 days later. So you can bet I use On Guard to clean my home, and I bet you will too, especially after hearing that. Okay, so Anne's going to share some more amazing studies by nurses with us now.
I am, and I'm going to try to go kind of fast because I know that we're running over. But so in 2012, there was a study done with a partnership that started with Vanderbilt University Hospital. So basically the deal is there was a couple of nurses who were oil lovers like the rest of us, and they wanted to really have the hospital take a look at the emotional effects of essential oils on medical staff, specifically on nurses. Obviously, hospitals are very stressful places to work. So they went to the administration in the hospital and they said, hey, what we'd like to do is we would like to put together a survey, and we'd like to run some diffusers in nursing stations in targeted areas in the hospital and see what happens. See if they make a difference for our staff. So Vanderbilt Hospital, being a teaching hospital, said, of course, we're up for that. So they actually created a panel that would work specifically on this study. And this panel, they looked at the study relevance, they looked at specific study concerns, the parameters, and even the research model that this study would use. They developed a survey, and people that were getting into this study, they had to fill out a survey every week. And the survey asked several different questions. This was a year-long study. And so basically what they were looking at is they were looking at stress factors. So they surveyed the study participants, and they asked them, of the study participants, who felt stress very often at work-related stress very often. So before using essential oils, now the essential oils that they used were simple citrus oils. They were doTERRA's lemon, grapefruit, lime, that sort of thing. It was just simple citrus oils. That's it. So before using their citrus oils in their workstation, 41% of the study participants said that they felt stress very often, work-related stress. After the study, only 3% felt like they were very often stressed. So that's huge. Before the study, staff who had feelings of being overwhelmed at work was 25% before using essential oils. And after using essential oils in their workstation, by the end of that year, only 2% said that they felt they felt senses of overwhelm. So before the study started, the people who felt equipped to handle stress at work was only 13%. And after the study, at the conclusion of the study, 58% of people said that they felt equipped to handle stress at work. And of the study participants, the staff that felt like they had optimal energy levels at work before using essential oils in their workstations was 33%. And after, it was a whopping 77% said they felt like they had optimal energy levels. You guys, this is just diffusing basic oils, basic citrus oils. That's it. So since then, so that was a year-long study. And since then, new studies have been suggested and grants have been given. So that's super excited. What they're looking at next is actually going to not just be working with the nurses, they're actually going to be starting to involve patients in this study as well. So it's super exciting. And they're actually looking at oils that are high in linalool content. So things like lavender, coriander, petitgrain, basil, marjoram, and neroli are going to be the ones that they're studying, because they know that linalool has an effect on the amount of stress that's in your body and the things that happen in your body as a result of stress, all those bad things that happen. So they are focusing in on anxiety and sleep. So that's going to be their top priorities for this next study coming up. And the results are going to be I think they're going to be pretty impressive. Just the results from the first study have resulted in several different things that are happening within Vanderbilt. And one is that every single nurse's station in the entire hospital has now a diffuser in it and runs essential oils through the diffuser 24 hours a day, because they have realized that when their staff is doing better, their patients do better. The other cool thing that has happened is now Vanderbilt University Hospital now staffs are they have on hand in every staff locker room a supply of essential oils for staff to use at will. So that's pretty stinking exciting. And Vanderbilt has said that they're committed to doing further research and to continue that relationship with using doTERRA oils as they research new practical usages for staff and patients. So super, super exciting stuff. I love that. What's next? So I think, let's see, what do we got? Oh, and we're going to talk about, the next one is Dr. Hill. So I love this quote. The quote is, doTERRA, without question, is not only a world leader in essential oils, but we are also a world leader in defining what quality is and what purity is. And in that, we will never deviate. We will never, ever deviate. So there are always many profound statements that happen at convention and lots of those aha moments. And this one was absolutely no different. But this quote really kind of sums up what we stand for as a company, because there will never, ever be a shortcut that we are willing to take as a company that will compromise doTERRA's purity and quality, ever. That's why we have oils. That's why we went a year and a half without Melissa and without Roman Chamomile, because we are unwavering on our dedication to quality and purity. I share this because I want you to stand firm in knowing that when it comes to using doTERRA essential oils and their products in your life, in your home, with the people that you care the most about, there really is no better choice. So that is one of the biggest takeaways when you go to convention, is really understanding the heart of the company. So our goal is that you recognize that doTERRA has entered your life for a reason, and that right now that reason may not be like super crystal clear for you, but what we can assure you is that this reason will forever change your life. doTERRA is a company that truly is rooted in integrity, and it really does have a culture of giving and the power to change your life, the lives of those who you love, and honestly to change all of healthcare. So I just want to leave you guys with that. I think it was super, super powerful when Dr. Hill said that. So
And I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to interject here real quickly because Cynthia, I know we were going to kind of maybe talk kits a little bit and talk other, but I kind of think we just want to go to the thank you, and let's end on this instead.
Absolutely.
What should have been an hour has now been an hour and 45 minutes, and we should have known better. But if you guys are okay with that, basically, the only part we're going to skip is just basically inviting anyone who does not currently have a Wellness Advocate membership, who is inspired by what Ann just said, who feels connected to what our mission is and the co-impact sourcing and these beautiful oils and changing lives. If this excites you and you just want to start looking at this for your own family or start your own health journey with this, we invite you to connect in with the person that invited you to this webinar and to thank them and to just tell them you want to learn more and start your journey with a kit of oils, however small or however big that looks like. Get a wholesale membership and just start this journey like each and every one of us did. So instead of talking about that, Cynthia, we can just move to the thank you slide real quickly. I just wanted to say that we are so very grateful that you guys have all joined us tonight. We know we went long, but you know what? It was long at convention. I was really uncertain how we were going to take even the highlight reel and bring it into this. So we just want to thank you for spending this time. We hope that you have gotten excited about the new products, that you get a bigger vision for what doTERRA is doing. Like Ann said, that you feel touched in some way by the integrity of this company, by the efficacy of the oils, and really make this a beautiful, beautiful part of your life. So it is with that I want to basically just close up. I want to remind you, if you are on our team, that we are doing a 30-day cleanse that starts. It's a fall cleanse, restore, renew. It's going to be mind, body, spirit, but also going to be based on doTERRA's 30-day cleansing products. And so we will post the link in the comments below for you to go and register for that. That begins October 1st. So you'll need to have all your cleanse products to join us for that. But we wanted to extend this invite here so that you can join us with that and really enjoy and have some transformation happen within those 30 days as well. And we want to just basically announce our winner. We watched all the comments, you guys. I dumped out, I popped out of here, but at the time I jumped out, we had over 200 and some comments, and I love that. So what we wanted to do is bless you guys for basically participating. And so what we did is drew a winner, and we are giving this small tin of sample oils, and we are going to take my kit of rose and neroli and jasmine and all of these oils, with the exception of the On Guard hand sanitizer. If I can figure out how to send that, I will. But I'm going to give you a whole sample kit of all of the oils, including birch, which we didn't even talk about. But at every convention, they give a birch oil in the kits. And that's really the only time that you can get birch. So I'm actually going to give you a sample of birch as well. So we would like to award that to Valerie Mercado. She joined us and commented and connected. And sweet girl, actually, I was trying not to let the cat out of the bag, but she actually was like, I got to work early in the morning and I'm out. And I was almost like, we just chose your name. Don't leave yet. But anyway, we'll post it in there. But we just want to thank all of you. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, leaders, for joining me on this, for sharing your enthusiasm and your soul and sharing this space with me. And thank you to everyone. And those of you who watch it on recording, I think you're going to get a lot. And continue the commenting. Let us know how this felt for you. Besides it being long, we get that it was way over, and that's okay. But we just want to thank you. And so bless you all. Have a fantastic night. Valerie, message me, and I'll get your address, and we'll get this to you. And buy your tickets for next year's convention, because never, ever, ever can you understand in a webinar what it's like to be at convention. It's like literally 1% of the excitement that you will feel when you're actually sitting there and feeling the energy of 40,000 people, whatever. So anyway, join us next year. Please watch for that. We'll be posting it. And in the meantime, thank you guys so much.
Good night, all.
Have a great night. Bye.
Bye, you guys. Blessings.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, I gotta run. I have a birthday party to go to across the street, so gotta go. Love you.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Who's got to pee?
Me.
That would be me. Is there an oil for that?
Oh, I got pee now. Kim didn't tell us we needed
No, I
to be
drank
recording
3
this
glasses
in the
of water.
bathroom. Oh, I love it.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, I'm still recording.
Good.